Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's going on? What's going on? What's the sound like? Is the fan making up too much noise? We got man like ads 1, 2, 3. Jay, as we say, man's here, man's here, man's here. Obviously, here to just drop gems. Press 1. Press 1 if the sound is okay, because I've got the fan running. Obviously, you know how hot it is and that. So, yeah, let me know if there's any interference. Yeah, so press 1 if the sound's good. So, yeah, press 1 if the sound's good. Give me the champion. Respect, brother. Respect. Big up, man, like Dorsa, David. Man said, got my first house today. Advice on being a live-in landlord. Let them know from the beginning. If you fail to pay the rent, I will serve you your notice and you have to leave. If that scares you, if you feel like, oh, maybe not, hey, you're already in for problems, big man. So tell them. Whoever you're gonna have in to come be your lodger or whatever, I'll tell them. If you fail to pay the rent, I will serve you your notice. You have to leave. Don't be afraid. If you're afraid to say that, then forget it, man. Because there's been stories where tenants have taken over the property. Yeah. I see one. I don't know. It was in America. This woman was doing Airbnb, and some, you know, like them. I'm a black man, and this is a white t-shirt. So you know, some of them people, you know, like them trailer trash sort of people in America. Man with long hair with bullshit doing cocaine and that. They must have been renting some woman's house Airbnb. They're not fucking taking over the house. Yeah, like I don't know if they. I mean, I don't think they kicked out the woman, but basically they almost like took the woman hostage in her own house, or maybe not that far. They didn't tie her up and put an apple in her mouth. But what I'm saying is like they took over the property. Yeah, they bullied her up. Yeah, that's not happening in my yard. Somebody's dying, fam. It's either me or them. Something's getting pitched, blood. Yeah? Something's getting mashed up and broke up, blood. So big up man like Dosa David, he said, what do you think about this Section 21 thing Labour is proposing? I mean, like I've been saying from day one, I only rent rooms for this specific reason. It's much easier. Forget about Section 21 and the law, yeah? I'm not saying break the law, but what I'm saying is if you've got a property and you're renting out rooms, it's much easier to just tell them, yo, I need the room back, you got to leave, as opposed to trying to kick out somebody that's been living in the property for a year, 2 years or whatever. They're going to be more likely to not want to leave if they've been living in the property for a year, 2 years and that. So that's why, yeah, you should always just rent rooms and that. It's much easier to get rid of them because at the end of the day, they don't truly feel like the house is theirs because, you know, they're always living with a stranger. Someone that they don't really like can always walk through the door, the front door, and they can't do nothing about it. Whereas if they live in, you know, if they're renting out the whole entire property, they can say who and who cannot come through that front door. They have some sort of authority. Whereas when you're sharing a room, you don't have much authority. So, what opening? What is the Olympics? Oh my days, fam! I didn't even know the Olympics was going on. You know, that's how you know I just live in my own Ross Clark world. I'll be moving like them crackheads. Apparently, during lockdown, there was crackheads that didn't know the country was under lockdown. You know? They didn't know there was a pandemic. Like, I'm like one of them crackheads. Man, just in his own world, drinking in tea and get me ranting on fucking YouTube and TikTok. We got man like Az123. So Az asks, how many hours you say someone young should work? Someone with no wife or children. Work as many hours as you possibly can. You should be doing them 60-hour weeks, rude boy. Forget about having a wife, no wife. Forget about the wife. Yeah, she can see you work. Yeah, obviously, if you have children and that, they may be. I don't want to say a hindrance on that, but at the same time, you know what I mean, you got to see your kids. You know, you may need to be present. Whatever, really. You understand what I'm trying to say? You got kids, but even if you got a girlfriend or a wife, hey, she can see you when you got the few hours free in the night. She can come over to your house or whatever the situation is. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw something about the Last Supper thing, but I don't know what that was about. Certain times I see certain things on my phone in the night, and I don't bother. Like I just keep scrolling and that. I'm due to make a video, a response video to that got stabbed inside the cab. I'm due to make a response video about that still. Or reaction video because someone hit me up and was like, oh, what do you think about this situation? I'll give you a little sneak preview. So press 1 if you want me to talk about that boy and the situation where the boy got stabbed in the cab. Press 1. Big up man like Winston for the rose. Big up Winston. You look like a young man, but that's an old man name still. 1. Chill Sunday, although it's a Monday, said the realest guy on here. Come on. Hey, listen, I made that video saying that I am the most important person on this app in the UK. If you think that I'm not, if you think there's someone more important than me who brings more value, because importance and value are linked. If you have no value, you're not important. If you're not important, you have no value. So they're linked. Yeah. The reason why I'm saying I'm important, not because I'm a narcissist and that. I'm important on this app in the UK. I'm the most important person on this app in the UK because I bring the most value. Because like I'm saying, and like I said in that video, right, there are guys that can teach you more about property than me. Yeah, of course. All right, I've got an advantage that obviously, my girl's a mortgage broker and that, and obviously I've got some experience being a landlord and Yeah, being a landlord and renovating properties myself. But there's some guys that can teach you way more about property than me. Cool. But can they teach you about discipline? Okay, they can teach you about discipline. Can they teach you about gang? Yeah. Can they teach you about money? Yeah, there's guys out here that have thriving businesses and that. They're millionaires, whatever, off of property or whatever and that. But their missus still runs the show. They don't know how to put their woman in their place. I can teach you about all of that stuff. I can teach you enough to get by. You know what I mean? You don't. Do you really need to know how to get a property portfolio of 15 properties, or do you just need to know how to get 3 or 4? I mean, I can teach you how to get. Well, I can teach you how to get 5. So I've got 5. You know what I mean? I can't teach you how to get 6 or 7 because I ain't got 6 or 7 at the moment. But I can teach you how to get 5 properties. I've got 5 at the moment. Yeah? So that's why I say I'm the most important person on this app in the UK, because I provide the most value, because I'm the most versatile person. Yeah, a man's got a property portfolio, or a man's a financial advisor, or he can teach you about money. But is he from the streets? Does he understand the thing? You know what I mean? Like, man can, I can, like, I've had like one-to-one mentoring sessions with man, and I get it. I understand why they're doing what they're doing and that. But I'm like, listen, at some point, yeah, you got to stop that. Certainly these men that just know about business or property and that, they've not lived on the streets and that. They don't understand. So, yeah, still, to my knowledge, to this day, no one has put down that there's someone in the UK who is more important, has more value than me on this app. Hey, put down, hey, if you lot think that there's someone that has more value to offer on this app in the UK, put their names down in it. It's not no beef thing, it's cool. But I'm saying that there's nobody. There's nobody. Oh, man said chunks, no disrespect, bro. But yeah, like obviously, like you big up Mr. Old Man Eddie Avery, or whatever his name. I know who he is, yeah. But like, what I'm saying is, can these people teach you about this, that? Can they teach you about a range of different things? Yeah, pick him up for his nutrition thing. But can he teach you about property? Can he teach you about how to get your woman under lock and key? Can he teach you about abundance mindset? Can he teach you about discipline and that? I mean, obviously, the nutrition thing and discipline are very linked. You know, you need to be very disciplined to have a good diet and that, because it's easy to stray away. I say African child, you know. Big them man up in it, but of course, no disrespect to Chunks, no disrespect. But I know the man ain't teaching no one nothing. They're not teaching no one nothing. All of these people's names you put down, yeah. Name me 4 things they can teach you about that are of value. You know what I'm trying to say? These man's names that you put down, no disrespect to them, but if you had a son, it's the perfect way to know whether or not these lot have more value than me, yeah? These guys' names that you put down, yeah? If you had a son and you had to give them up for adoption, would you rather me look after your son or any of them man's names that you put down in the comment section? You know you'd rather me look after your son and raise your son. Okay, your son's gonna be on a good diet. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, is certain man gonna teach your son? No, you're gonna go back to that school and punch that bully in the face. I'm not having my son live in my house and getting bullied in that. You're not coming home every day telling me about how this boy slapped you or is disrespecting you or that. Anyway, so yeah, I was supposed to talk about that youth that got stabbed in the taxi in the Uber and that. So basically, I saw the beginning parts of that video. So the early stages of that video where there's like 3 youths in the cab. I'm lying down in my bed. It's like midnight, 1 in the morning, and I can see that video. It popped up on Shade Barrows, officially urban, one of them blog pages and that. So I saw it. So I thought, because I saw like a caption saying something about the cab driver dodged it or something. So I thought them youths tried to rob him. But I didn't bother watch it because obviously my girl's sleeping. I don't want to turn the volume up loud and that. And at the same time, if I'm watching a video, I can't be putting it to my ear and then watching it, putting it to my ear and watching it. So I just thought, fuck it. I thought the youths tried to rob him. And then someone hit me up on Instagram, big up man like Stayrilla. He said, did you see this video? This is what happened and that. Do you want to tell me, do you want to speak on the situation and that? So I downloaded the video and that, but I just need to do a quick reaction. I give you a little sneak peek. So if I remember the video correctly, and I'll see there's 3 youths in the car. I actually thought they was from. I knew they weren't from North. I didn't think it was from East or South. I thought it was from Northwest or West London. It turns out they were from Raynham, which is on like near Romford and that. So obviously the youths got out the car and that, and obviously other youths have jumped out and then ran him down or whatever, innit? Now, the thing that pissed me off about that video is obviously the cab driver is sitting in the car. He's seen that a madness is happening. The youths ran back to the car. Really and truly, that cab driver, he should have just, as soon as he saw something mad going on, he should have just bust out. But he's there kind of reversing back, kind of driving forward. The youths jumped in the car and had to beg this guy to drive off. The youths have smashed the window and they're poking him through the window and that. And he's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Blood, when I was watching that video, I was getting vexed. Not gonna lie. Because I'm thinking like, how the fuck is a situation like that unfolding and you're just freezing up? A man's literally just freezing up. Bro, if that was me, I would have bust out, blood. I'm putting my foot down on that pedal and I'm gone. No one needs to beg me to get to drive him out of a situation like that. And you know what, obviously I knew this from day one. There's certain men in this world, whether you're a civilian or not, you are not built for this thing. You don't even know how to handle situations and that. So like, I was sitting down and talking to my girl about this, and I was saying that guy there was so scared. Now, certain people might think that, oh, just because people don't run and just because people don't bust out, that means that they're brave. No. People think that there's 2 responses to danger, fight or flight. No, there's a third one. There's fight, there's flight, and there's freezing up. That is the worst thing ever. There's nothing worse than freezing up in a situation. I've seen videos where there's like 20 youths. They've gone on a ride out, and for some reason, they've moved to some grey youth, some white random youth. And you will see 20 men coming towards you. You know they're on madness and that, and you don't bust out. Some people will think this white youth that stood still, he's brave because he didn't bust out. No, he's dumb. The worst thing you can ever do in a situation, yeah, that's about to go left, yeah, completely left, there's 20 youths, is to freeze up. Certain people think he's brave. He's not brave. The worst thing you could do is freeze up, because that means your biological triggers don't even work. Your whole body shuts down. Let me tell you something. I'm busting out, fam. There's times where, you know what, you're just outnumbered. There's 6 man or there's 4 man. Blood, you got to bust out. Ride back later. I'm running. There's never been a time where I'm freezing up. I'm either fighting or I'm busting out. I'm not freezing up. That's the worst thing. You will get killed freezing up. You will get killed freezing up. Run away, go and ride back later on or the next day. You know what I'm saying? Quick replies and that. Never want to freeze up. That's the worst thing you can do. That's your biological triggers stop working. That is the ultimate fear. And certain man don't run away, not because, oh, they're brave and that, or, you know, certain man, they don't run away because they can't run. I'm a black man. I'm fast. I'm using that to my advantage. I'm kicking out. Yeah? I'm not standing and getting stabbed, or I'm not driving away and shit like that. You had to beg the man to fucking drive off. Now, part 2 of this is, do you, and like I've said in plenty of my videos and that, bear man are saying, fuck the police, fuck the police, fuck the police. Listen, maybe out of my 1,700 videos, maybe, just to put it out there, I said F the police one time. But you know my thoughts on the police. I ain't got beef with the police. You lot seen videos where they turn up to my house. I deal with them nicely and that. So just for the sake of it, I might say one video I said F the police. Have I said it in real life? Obviously, yeah. What I'm saying is, a lot of man will say F the police, no snitching, no snitching. But when things go left and it gets on top, man up. Who's man phoning? Man didn't phone none of his patrons. Man didn't phone his dad, no one. A man phoned the police, blood. And I've seen it in real life. In Edmonton, there's a chicken and chip shop, famous Texas fried chicken. I think it's actually shut down now. Back then, you get me, when I was with my brothers, there's like 20 of us, 15, 20 of us were jamming outside Texas fried chicken. And it's dark. One guy from the other side, who was the boss on the other side, I don't know what he was doing down there. He must have been chilling with some, because there's Somalians in Edmonton, and he must have been chilling with them, and he just got caught lacking. The man, all I heard is one of the oldest here, youngest, around him. I'm just seeing punches getting thrown and that. Next thing I know, I see a little dark figure slip through the crowd and run off. My man ran in the police station and that. This be the same guy talking about fuck the police, fuck the police, fuck the police. There was a story, and this is public knowledge and that. Apparently, I think Mark Lambie and them, or someone like Mark Lambie and them sort of man there, they must have kidnapped someone. They kidnapped someone, stripped him naked, put him in a car, and they were moving him from one location to another. Somehow he was able to pop the door of the car and run out. My man ran across the road and jumped on top of a police car naked. It's the same pussy you're talking about, fuck the police, fuck the police. You see, everyone likes to say fuck the police when they're safe, when they're comfortable in their house and that. But when they're in a dangerous situation, like you've seen in real time, man are phoning the police. And please, don't think for 1 minute, yeah, he's the only person that's ever done that. There's other men, whether it be by way of running into the police station or diving on top of a car naked, there's man that will run to the police, blood. So if that you there's ever talk about fuck the police, don't ever usher them words there again. Because when it comes down to it, you're phoning them. These people will say fuck the police, fuck the police, fuck the police. But if 4 guys broke into their house and tied them up, if they got hold of a mobile phone, they're not calling their brethren. They ain't got no brethren that are on job. They're phoning the police and they want 6 police officers to come, kick down the door, smack them up, taser them, and throw them in the back of a van. And they're going to turn up to court and testify, blood, about fuck the police, stop snitching. Dickhead thing. Dickhead thing. Like I said, one video, just for the sake of me saying it, I said F the police. But, and the thing is as well, me, I've been in a situation where I've been stabbed, yeah? And the police are coming at, they are, do you know who they are? No, like, I know who they are, but I ain't telling them no one's name. How am I gonna move to them? How would I be able to get one of the youths back a few months later if he was in prison? So no, I ain't talking to the police. I ain't telling no who's who or whatever and that. Fuck that. Fuck that, man. So yeah, that video there pissed me off when that cab driver was just sitting still and he didn't know what to do. Fam, put your foot down and fucking drive off. Like, yeah. It didn't, because he could have died in that situation, you know. Yeah, hey, listen, it's his own fault for getting involved with the wrong people. I get it. What I'm saying is, like, you know what I mean, innit? Something, your fight or flight response needs to be activated. You talking? What are you talking for? And some of the dumb stuff we used to do back in the day, like, yeah, maybe be careful. I mean, no, nothing even happened anyway. But yeah, we get the drop on certain man and that. And yeah, 7 of us in a 6-seater people carrier and that. And it's so dumb. Some of the dumb stuff we used to do, like, we're going on a ride out and that. And like I said, there's like 7 of us in a 7-seater. Man are sitting on laps and that, telling the cab driver, here's £20, wait, would be 5 minutes possibly. And it's like, yo, there's no bellies on, obviously. There probably is a dash cam in there. We're not even thinking about things like that. Do you think Mr. Mohammed Iqbal, that's got 4 kids living in a 2-bed flat, do you think he's going to be saying no comment in an interview and that if something happens, something gets dropped or whatever and that? Do you think he's going to be covering for us? My man's got to pay his bills, blood. He don't give a fuck about us, man. Youths on road are so dumb. So dumb. Yeah, I don't even laugh. To be fair, I ain't even heard that youth's got nicked, you know. I'm surprised. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's got nicked and that. But I'm thinking like, yo, there's live evidence of him doing whatever and that. You would think that he would have got bagged on that. Right. Rant over. Let me check these comments now. When do you enjoy the money you made? Every single day. Being able to, well, obviously it's summer now anyway, but being able to put the heating on, being able to go to the shop and buy whatever I want, carefree. That's when I get to enjoy the money that I've earned. Living a carefree life every single day. Man said, yes, bro, I'm 23, stuck in a warehouse. Any tips? You need to get educated, big man. You need to get educated. You need to get yourself a skill, education, or a trade. And the longer you wait, it's the longer you're going to be missing out on getting decent money. And it's the longer you're going to be stuck in working some dead-end bullshit ass job. I say, yo, Jay, you should grab a box, forget the property thing. No way, fam. I'm not gonna be putting myself in a position to end up in prison. Fuck that. Oh yeah. So someone said it's funny when he got offered money, he's like, where are you going? I'm thinking, blood, anywhere but here, fam. What the fuck do you mean, where are we going? Just drive, we work it out on the way. Rude boy. Fuck, blood. Right, let me see. My man's got a joke, you know. Have you ever had a time when you've not been offered a mortgage before? Bare times. Bare times. Like, remember, so I'm self-employed and that. So sometimes at first the numbers, they're all right with it. But when they start digging into the numbers and that, oh, like this happened a couple of years ago and that, they're like, nah. I can afford it, but they don't like the fact that my self-assessment wasn't high enough or whatever bullshit. So this is why I know I've got quite a good knowledge on mortgages, because obviously my girl and that, but at the same time, I've been knocked back a few times. I'm like, oh, this don't work because of this reason and that. A lot of the times it hasn't just been smooth. After, oh, try this lender. Oh, it don't work with this lender. Try that lender and that. So what do you think about starting up a tech company? Do it. What have you got to lose? What kind of tech company anyway? But yeah, man, I've been refused mortgages a few times and that. Like, I have to go to different lenders and that. So a man said, how does one improve your game with the ladies? My mind goes blank. Don't know what to say. Is that when you're approaching girls? If you're talking about when you're approaching girls, just because you're not comfortable enough with approaching girls, you just need to keep putting in the numbers. Just keep approaching gal on the street. Would you say your experiences shaped you, or you always had a different mindset? Obviously, your experiences make who you are, innit? So yeah, that's what I say. Software for wheel riders. Yeah, why not do that? I think someone said that someone called Vanessa shared the live. Big up. Nice hack for mortgages is searching for intermediary websites each bank. It's basically what the mortgage is about to use as far as I know. Nah, I don't need no mods, man. Hey, a man, he can say what he wants. Let him say what he wants. It's cool. Like, say, was you there? Wait, say, like, say, was there a turning point for you? Yeah, once I got an apprenticeship and that, I was like, you know what? Let me just give the road thing a rest. And that was it. Because at some point, like, the thing is, yeah, with the streets and that, the clock is ticking, my friend. There's an imaginary sand timer by your head. You may have 5 years, you may have 25 years, you may have 2 months from when you jump on road. At some point, your time's gonna run out. Either be in prison or in a long wooden box 6 foot under. You may have 5 years, you may have 2 months, you may have 25 years run. At some point, your time's gonna come to an end. So it's best to quit while you're ahead. Like being a gambler and that. There's men that are up 10 grand, but they keep going. No, you need to bust out, fam. Yeah, don't be like you might are moving like that cab driver, just hanging around, just stalling, inaction. No, to bust out, rude boy. So this guy was talking about, hold on, what did he say initially? How does one improve game with the ladies and that? So he was asking, how does he improve his game with the ladies? And then I said to him, like, obviously, probably you're not approaching girls enough, so you don't feel comfortable chatting to girls and that. But he was saying, yeah, approaching the girls and talking on the phone and in person on dates and that conversation goes dry. The conversation probably goes dry because they're not that into you. Yeah. If these girls were on a date with Drake, their mouth would be firing off like a fucking M16, blood. So it might be because they're not that into you, unfortunately. It could be obviously your conversational skills might not be that good as well. But listen, there's been girls that are on dates with guys that are not saying nothing and they're just running their mouth. Yeah, put them on a fucking date with Drake or Chris Brown. See if they don't shut the fuck up, blood. Ask yourself this question: if you was a straight up 10, you think those girls would be on mute mode? No fucking way. Oh, if you were to go uni today, what would you study? So basically, big on my brethren, Saravana. Yeah, he's from Sri Lanka. He was born in this country, but he's Sri Lankan. Smart. Yeah, you know, like there's man like I'm smart, but there's next level smart. Like, you know, like you had the smart kids in school, then you had next level smart, and certain of them man they are going on to be doctors. He was like that level. He went to my primary school. So he studied maths. He went to UCL uni, probably got a master's or maybe just a normal degree, but probably got I wouldn't expect him to get no less than a first class honors at UCL. So he done maths and now he's a stockbroker. So I would have done maths because me, I'm a maths head. So yeah, I would have done maths still. I would have studied maths so I've become a stockbroker like him. Because stockbrokers, bankers and that, fam, it's the commission. They get 30 grand commission. Boom, boom. Fill up your bank account with money. Yeah, the first one. Right. What's your thoughts on leaving a 40k full-time job to become freelancer for 300k? The £300 a day, of course, blood. Fam, fuck PAYE. £300 a day, what's that? So £300 a day, that's 1,500 a week. Times that by 4, that's 6 grand. 6 grand times 12 months. So 6 grand a month times 12 months, that's 72. Right, minus a little bit of holiday, you take unpaid leave and that. So you're still on probably 68 grand, 70 grand a year. Any day. The problem is with you, man, yeah, you don't want to play it too safe. You want to play it too safe. Right, someone said best way to become a business analyst. I've seen the money for them VA contours and it's sweet. I mean, you probably have to study something towards business. Shit, one sec. So Joshua King, big up, big up, big up. I've never had a girlfriend. I'm 24. So what? So what? I mean, hopefully you're not a virgin at 24. That's a problem. If you never had a proper girlfriend at 24, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Everyone watching this right now, they're not with their first girlfriend. Yeah. So why does it fucking matter? Yeah. If you had a girlfriend at 18 or whatever, and you're 24 now, well, you ain't fucking still with that girl now. Probably. So why does it fucking matter? So my man said he's a virgin and that. Well, boy, you gotta unvirgin yourself, rude boy. Listen, put it this way, yeah. Pretend you was a girl. Would you want to partner up with you? Would you bang you? Hey, that's the only question you gotta ask yourself, my friend. And if the answer's no, then you need to become a man that, you know what I'm trying to say, a girl would want to sleep with and that. Should I pay? No. Man's talking about should I pay for a girl? No. Me, I've never did that. I've never even walked. I remember I was with the man and they went into a brothel. I stood outside. I'm a good Christian boy. Yeah. Never paid. The guys that you see getting girls, hey, you might have to imitate how they look. The man's he's a V because he's a Christian. Well, you know, if your religion says that you must get married beforehand, well then you have to wait till marriage then. If it's if you feel like you can't attract no girl, well then that's a fucking problem. Because even goth man them are attracting girls. So the man said he bashes 10 times a day, boy. You're the jack of king, rude boy. Get out. 10 times a day, boy. You gotta stop that, rude boy. Hey. Everyone's done it. Yeah? Everyone's done 5, 6, 7 times in a day. Yeah? Man's jacking off and nothing's coming out, but air to blood clot. Yeah? You're moving like you're in jail, blood. Trust me, I know about that. Yeah? Being in a cell on your own, boy. Man's in a cell on my own, but there was a war going on in there. Yeah? There was a fight going on in there. It was me versus him, and I won every time. Man did strangle him till milk did pop out his neck to blood clot, yeah? Man said bash magazines, blood. Man was using imagination, blood. Yeah? That's better than any dirty website scenes that you could watch. Imagination, mate. I said I've bashed 10,000. I said, bro, my ego don't allow me to spend over £100 on cab. Yeah, you damn right. You damn right. Every time you're gonna spend money on a girl, just think to yourself, some guy got it for free. Some guy didn't put in no effort, but he got it for free. So I'm not saying here that you can't take a girl out on a date, but what I'm saying here, you gotta keep that cheap because some guy got it for free. Whether it was in Ibiza, maybe he met her in a club in the back of and they took it to the back of a car. I don't know, innit? What I'm saying is some guy got it for free, boy. Like there was one video that was doing the rounds. This American guy, some Americans. This guy's like, oh man, I spent £5 on you. You don't even want to open up and that. And she's sitting on the hotel bed. And he's like, I flew you out. I spent £5. What? You know what? You're an idiot. You're a fool for spending £5 on this girl. Fam, even if I added up all the money that I've ever spent on my girl, yeah, and we've been together, I think 5 years and that, it's not £5. And this guy don't even know this chick like that. Yeah, probably don't even know her date of Ross Clark birth, and you're spending £5. You deserve for that girl to not open up to you. Damn fool. Nah, don't split the bill though. You don't be splitting no bills with no girls. Or sorry, split. Yeah, you don't split the meal with the girl. Someone asked, "Are you married?" No, no. Rhino TikTok said he saw that. Yeah, yeah. The video's old, still like 2 years ago or something like that. I think Rhino's asking why not about splitting the bills with the girl. Nah, man, you're the man. You pay. You're the man. You pay. Man. You split bills with your friend, yeah, and you don't sleep with your friend, so therefore you pay. You're the one that's in the leadership position. Yeah. I forget about the sleeping with the thing. You're in the leadership position. You pay. That's it. Man said only splitting the bill if there's no cookies. Well, then if you know there's no cookies, why are you going out on a date with a girl in the first place? I said, how are you such a great communicator? It's good at talking, mate. I practice so much. That's why. What if you sleep with your friends? Oh, well, then that's a bit different then. Yeah, that's a bit different then. Well, hold on a minute. Don't be setting me up, to make me look like no fucking... You're talking about your female friends, yeah? Let's just be clear on this shit. Obviously, there's certain communities I don't bother talk on because I don't want to get banned and that, but you could probably guess my mindset and my mentality towards certain communities of people. Yeah. Right. So this Tyrese Walkins Peters. Yo, I need help with this situation. Basically, my uncle from Jamaica moved into my mum's house and he's stealing my money and clothes. I told my mum about it and she said I'm lying. Should I just slap him? Yeah, of course you should slap him up. But he's stealing your clothes and your money, fam. Like certain times, you man don't even need to ask certain questions. The fact that you're asking a question means you know what you're supposed to do. Why the fuck's your mum not listening to you? That is what I'm saying. You're like waste men just fuck up everything. Why is your uncle so broke that he has to go and live at his sister's house? Why is he not patterned up his thing? Obviously, I don't know the situation fully. Maybe he might just be staying on for a month and that. But even still, why the fuck's he stealing your clothes and your money? I'm saying, man, we need to rid this world of waste, man. To rid this world of waste, man, is a trim a good investment. Someone trying to be funny, You think guys and girls can be friends? Nah, man, because there's chicks out here that think that, oh, he's just my friend and that. Nah, man, they want to sleep with you. And like, I've seen this before. Yeah, like, forget about like big up Fresh and Fit and that. Like, they've done it before where they got a girl to phone their quote unquote friend and the guys come over and trying to bang her or whatever. And there was an episode, there was a live stream where this girl was like, he's just my friend, he wouldn't want to sleep with me. They got the girl to phone the guy. The guy turned up to their podcast studio, which is an apartment. He didn't even know he was on the podcast. He came there to bang her. But yeah, I had a ting one time, and I didn't like the fact that she had a male friend in that, because I know he's just waiting. Certain man will sit around in the friend zone for 10 years, just waiting for that one vulnerable moment and that. Oh, man. My girl, no, my girl could never even ask me. Oh, I mean, actually, she did ask me, oh, can I be friends with her? Hell no. Hell no. This is obviously years ago and that. You ain't having no fucking friends. My girl can't have no male friends. Oh, he's just my boy. He's just my boy. I'm your boy. Yeah? I'm your boy. You should provide enough masculine energy that she don't need to go and find it elsewhere and that. Yeah? I don't need no female friends. I have enough females around me because it's nice to be around women and females now and then. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't need no female friends. I've got my girl, I've got my mom, and I've got my little sister. That's enough feminine energy for me. Yeah? If I want to go and hang around with some women, yeah, I'll go and hang around with my mom and my little 12-year-old sister. That's enough female energy for me. Obviously, I've got my girl here and that, but yeah. So my girl don't need no fucking male fucking friends. got me. Right, I'm back. What happened to the screen? Did it go black? Because this laptop just shut itself down. What's a Clark laptop? Let me see. Hopefully it don't happen again. Don't worry, I'm back. I'm back. I know you look that 1 minute of offlineness. If you want to ask Clark, good. I know it's painful for you, look. You'll have to go and watch some other shit people on TikTok until I came back. But I'm back now. I'm back. Right. I said, why is there a Boeing 747 in the background? You know. But you the popular guy in school. Yeah, man. People knew, man. Everyone knew, man. Year above, year below. Obviously, my year, obviously, yeah, man. Like people, I used to be like, people used, yeah, I was cool with people and that. I wasn't anti like this, but yeah, man, I was definitely popular in school, man. Should I jump into plumbing or electrical? There is definitely more work for plumbers. There is definitely more work for plumbers because ask yourself this question, yeah? If you look at all the human years, or let's say from the age of 10 till now, how many times have you had problems with plumbing in any house or flat that you've lived in? Yeah. So if you think about every single house, every single flat, every single domestic dwelling you've lived in, think about how many times you've had little problems with plumbing, as opposed to how many problems you've had with electrical. You've had more problems with plumbing. Even the other day, I had to go to one of my flats because apparently there was a leak. Now, there wasn't a leaking pipe. It was kind of like a false alarm. But even still, that's still potentially a call out for a plumber and that. One time I had an issue with the electrics, but that was just the national grid. I think the fuse at the transformer blew or something like that. So, yeah, couldn't do nothing there or whatever, really. Because that's something to do with the substation in the street and that. But you will have more problems with plumbing issues than electrical. So there's more work for plumbers. That's what I believe. So it's up to you. You do what you want. I'm not gonna be 100% biased. Oh, be electrician, because some people might not like it or whatever. Really. But there's definitely more work for plumbers than electricians, I believe, anyway. Just little dumb stuff like on the radiator out of my other house. It's just dripping water, but it's all right because it's on the tiles. It's just a little drip, like it's nothing. But yeah, things like that need to call out a plumber. I mean, I might be able to tighten something, to be fair, and I haven't bothered looking into it because it's not a major issue. Now, if it was on my laminate flooring, that drip would be an issue because that will make the laminate flooring bowl and shit like that. But there's definitely a lot of work for plumbers, definitely. Plumbers, gas engineers, the boilers are always fucking breaking down. Hi, I'm 21. Is it hard to get into a bricklaying team? Fam, do not become a bricklayer. You can do what you want, but if I was you, I wouldn't do that, man. I said, how dare a plumber earn 600 a Ross Clark day? Oh, yeah, I said that in one of my videos. Yeah. 1 sec. Obviously, put salad in the bowl, yeah? Oh, yeah, I forgot, yeah. Actually, no, yeah. Just do a little bit of salad on the bowl on the side, yeah? So a man said any index funds. I don't know about that stuff. Their index funds or nothing like that. But big up man like AMS, he talks about that. So if AMS says it's good to get into, then I'd say more than likely, yeah. Talk about heat and get some AC in your yard. Well, I've got a fucking fan down here, so that's my AC, rude boy. Man, talk about getting AC in your yard. Have you got AC in your house? I'm talking about proper air conditioning. Big up Mona. She's here. She's here. Your sister's here. I said the fan is loud. Fam, you're the first person, only person that said that. Other people, no one else said that the fan is loud. So, someone said, "Why did you get fired at Haringey Council?" I was just taking the piss. I was literally taking the piss. You know, like people say, like, "Oh, council workers are piss takers. They don't do no work." I was the top man. Yeah, I won the award for that still. You know what I used to do? Yeah, so like obviously, man used to drive from obviously Edmonton to Tottenham. I would pick up my van at like 9 in the morning, although I should start at 8. So I'll pick up my van at 9 in the morning, drive to the cafe, sit there and eat for about an hour and a half. Maybe an hour. Then get to my first job. Well, get to my job at 10:30. Do about an hour and a half's worth of work. Go for lunch for 2 hours. Come back. Yeah. So come back at about 2. Do about an hour and a half's work. And then, yeah, pack up and leave. So literally, I was only doing like 3 hours work a day. Fucking about. And then, yeah, they eventually they fired me and stuff. But you know what? Yeah, that was one of the best things that happened. Basically, what I did was when I was in the meeting, when they was about to fire me, I had my phone. So I was recording the whole thing like for an hour. Yeah. So I left the phone, went out of the room with the trade union. Like your trade union is almost like your lawyer kind of thing. Left the phone recording, came back in, got fired. And then when I went home, I was listening to the recording. And the guy that fired me was a black man, one older guy. He said, "Oh, he's so stupid. He's just messed up his life and that." Hell fucking no. How the fuck did I mess up my life when a few years later, I'm earning 10 grand a month from working? Hell fucking no. I did not mess up my life. But you see, these older people that are just locked in the system of just working their whole entire life, they think that if you get fired from a job, like the local council borough, you fucked up your life. Like I had a dumb family member who claims they're depressed and sits down and does not work. That has not worked for like 30 years and that tried to say to me, oh, why would you want to, because I said to him that obviously I got fired from work, but initially I wanted to resign anyway. He's like, why would you want to leave that job in the first place? And that it's a good job for life and that. Fam, how dare you tell me what to do in my life when you're a grown-ass 60-year-old man? I've seen you my whole entire life sit down in the same chair, depressed because you got left by a white woman. Yeah. Talk about why would you, and you don't own your own property and you live in a fucking council house and that. How dare you tell me what to do in my life and you're broke, man? Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Man's depressed because you got dumped and left. I said, what's your opinion on the stabbing in the taxi last week? You missed it, man. I spoke on it for a good 5 minutes. I need to make a video. I'm going to make the little video about it still. But I'm saying that, like, that cab driver, he's an idiot. He should have just bust out. Yeah. Really and truly, he should have just bust out in the beginning. From when you got out of the cab and then there was beef kicking off, he should have just got himself out of the equation. Yeah. But no, the youths jumped in the cab and fam, he should have been gone a long time ago. Should have been gone. Saying he's not built for this situation because you don't even know what to do in them situations there. Fight or flight did not activate. The man froze up. That's the worst thing that can happen, freezing up. No, I'm going to run away. I'm going to ride back tomorrow or that same night. Quick replies, yeah? I'm not freezing up. Do you think he's a snitch? I mean, I don't really care. Like, I don't think about, if he's a snitch. I don't know. Oh, you're talking about the youth. Sorry, you're talking about the youth. Well, yeah, if you're on road, you know what I mean? Depends, though. You're only really a snitch if you actually file a report and you go to court. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not really bothered about like the snitching thing. I'm more like, oh, blood, you're probably saying fuck the police and that, but then you're phoning them when you're in danger. Like I said, I don't know, you might find one video if you look hard enough, if it even exists, where I'm saying fuck the police. I ain't got beef with the police. Everyone's got beef with the police. Like that police officer that stamped and kicked the guy in the head and that. Obviously, when I saw the video, I was like, bro, that's bang out of order and that. But then a week later, I see footage of the incident beforehand. And the guy looked like he attacked the police officer first. Well, yeah, you deserve to get your ass whooped. You deserve to get kicked in the face. Why are you throwing a punch? Why are you punching out the police for? I'd have done the same thing or whoop your fucking ass, blood. Someone said there should be zero tolerance to people that assault police officers. Yeah. Yeah, you're damn right. Police don't come to work to get punched up or spat at and that. There was one black man. I don't know, it's somewhere like South London or something like that. There was a mixed race girl. She was a policewoman. She was all right still. He spat in her face. He probably had disgust for her for one of two reasons. Probably because she's pretty, yeah, and she's a police officer, a woman of color. Because me, I don't regard mixed race people as being black. I say mixed race people are mixed race, but he might regard her as being black, so he will regard her as being one of his people, innit? So he spat at her in disgust. And I've seen it before. Like there was a Somalian police officer, and one Somalian youth was getting stop and searched and that. And he was dissing him like, oh, you're a sellout, you're a pussy and that. Fam, what's the matter with you, fam? You moving like that towards your own people just because he's a police officer and that. You might need to stop this mentality. It's us versus them. Why are you even in the position to be getting harassed and stop and searched by the police? Or, you know, why do you feel like you're against the police? It's because you're in that world. You shouldn't be in that world. You should be a legit person. When you're a legit person, the police can't even find you because you're too busy on the right Ross Clark path. I don't get stop searched by the police. And if I do, it'll be something dumb because of my motorbike. That's the number one reason why I get stopped by the police. It's my motorbike. And I'm not even doing that, but like the number plate might be a bit wonky because I need to tighten up the nut behind it. And they might think that, oh, I might be taking off the plate and riding without the plate. So they think, oh, because it's wonky, it's because I was adjusting it. And big up Mr. Masterson with the super sticker. Big up, number one. What was I gonna say? Not donator, but man, that you get me. Sends man super chats and super sticks. Big up, man. Respect. Would you want your kid to be a Jake? Nah, man, it's not paying. It's not. It doesn't pay enough. I don't want my son to be a police officer right now. Like maybe he could be a detective, but I don't want my son to just be on the front line. Fuck that. Fuck that. But nah, man, it's not paying enough. Why would I want my son to be rich. You ain't getting rich off being a Ross Clark police officer. I say, what do you think about knife crime? I think the number one reason why man stab man is not because they're stabbing to kill. Ask yourself this question, yeah? That video where the youth was getting stabbed in the cab, do you truly believe those youths were trying to stab him to murder him, or were they just trying to poke him for stripes? Come on, man. I don't want to say, but you know, like all these youths are coming back with stab wounds in their chest or their arms and that blood. Like I ain't gonna say, but you know where you can aim to offer, man. If you really was looking to done a man right then and there, you know where to aim. Because there have been incidents where I'm like, yeah, that person stabbed that person to kill them. Yeah. And that video there in the cab taxi thing, nah, they weren't stabbing to drop nothing. That's just poking. I said, fan coming like A380, you know. Yo, bro, I finished my level 2 and level 3 electrical, but I'm finding it very hard to get experience. Send me an email at jystv@outlook.com, or go onto my YouTube channel and find the video where I'm talking about apprenticeships. Just type in JYSTV apprenticeships. Watch the whole entire video. They were calculating jabs. Yeah. Yeah. So this XQ9 person says, what do you think of the benefits system in the UK? I mean, they just enable people to sit down on their ass and do jack shit fuck all. Like, you know, there's been people, like there's generations of people who have just been on benefits. So the grandma, who's currently 60 years old, there is some family, there's some lineage that's just been on benefits the whole time. There is some grandma that's 60 years old who's been on benefits her whole life. Her daughter, who's currently 40, has been on benefits her whole life. And there's a 20-year-old gonna jump on benefits and that. Because there's certain people, they feel like they have no hope, they have no prosperity in that there's no prospects in that. There's certain chicks who think it's either get pregnant or go and work at Tesco's, one or the two. And that's just not the way it's supposed to be, man. You're in England, the land of opportunity, and that. There's some college where you can go and study something. Do you think men should have hobbies? Nah, hobbies, nah, not really. I mean, maybe if you're like me, I like to go and ride my motorbike and that. But if you're talking about hobbies like fucking puzzles and origami or something, no, because you're wasting time. That time you're spending 4 hours on your dumb hobby and that, you could be using that time to make money. You see people driving a Lamborghini and Ferrari, I promise you, they weren't focused on their stupid hobby. You working 60 hours a week, you ain't got time for no stupid ass hobbies. If anything, you give that hobby 1 hour every 4 or 5 days if you're lucky. Yo, remember the guy that asked about getting over his ex, pinned it on his boy? Yeah. The guy that asked about his ex, he's in this live stream right now. I ain't gonna say his name. He's in this live stream right now. Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah, I'm a psychic, rude boy. I'm able to work things out. Yeah, like I'm a good reader of human behavior. I see patterns, I see trends and that. Yeah, it's almost like you become psychic. I go to these people's houses and that, and they try to lie to me and they say, "Oh, I'm just in the process of decorating the house. That's why the house looks so fucked." That's their excuse. Bullshit. There's people's houses I've been to for the first time like 3 years ago. Yeah, I guarantee you, I promise you, I'll almost put my life on it. I'll definitely put £1,000 on it. That if I go to their house, the house will be in the same condition. Because all these people seem to be decorating, but there's no pots of paint lying around. Like if you go to my property that I'm doing up, you can see that the house is in the process of decorating. There's pots of paint. There's just lots of stuff everywhere, and that you can tell that I'm in the process of decorating this property and that. But these people that claim to be decorating their property, I don't see not one pot of paint around. Bullshit, they're lying. Ooh, someone said, what's the most mash-up house you've been to? Right. There's one woman's house that's just popped up into my head. So obviously I get their numbers, I phone them up, say, oh yeah, I'm coming around to do the test. They're like, yeah, come over, innit? I can remember what estate she lives on, but I can't remember the road. But anyway, I remember the woman. Now, this woman, she wasn't nice, but like the guys in the pub will be trying to hit her up. There's a white woman, yeah? This house was fucked, yeah? So fucked that like when I'm walking around in the house, I can see into the rooms, yeah? Not because the door is open, no. I can see into the rooms, although the door for the room is closed. Do you know why? Because there's a big, massive gaping hole the size of a football. I can see into the room because someone has smashed a hole through the wall. Yeah. I don't know if the entry hole was the hallway into the room or the room into the hallway, but there's a hole the size of a football. I can see into the room. I remember like going into the bathroom and that, going to open up the door and the whole door's come off because they just rested the door on the hinges. And this woman has a newborn baby. Crazy. I've been to yards and that where there's flies all over the walls. There's like 50 flies in the yard. I've had to walk out. I say I'm not working there. If I phone up my office and say I'm not working in that property, yeah, then they know it's bad because I don't refuse to do no jobs. I don't care if it's an aggressive tenant or whatever, because some tenants have like red flags and that. I'll go there on my own. If I phone up my office and say I'm not working there, they know it's bad. I've had tenants pull out a hockey stick on me because I asked him to stop smoking in the yard and that. I don't care. I wasn't even trying to leave. I need to get this money. Yeah. No, obviously, I don't want to get a hockey stick wrapped around my head for £67 for a test, but I need to get this money, rude boy. I'm on price work. But yeah. I said a lot of talkers, very few doers. Yeah, there's a lot of men that talk a good job. There's a lot of men that talk a good job. One guy, well, yeah, one of my peoples and that. Obviously, I don't talk to him and that, but I remember one time he must have phoned me up and he said, yeah, I want to get into like having multiple rental properties and that. I want to get a buy-to-let property, but what I need to do first is buy my house. And I think to myself, this guy is chatting the most shit ever. It's going to be almost impossible for him to buy his house on the money that he's on. So he's talking about setting a task of buying a buy-to-let rental property. But what he's doing is he's saying that, like, how do I explain this? I spoke about this in a video before. I used a certain word. I can't remember. But basically, he's talking about achieving a task that's going to be almost impossible because the first task is impossible. Like, he's setting his goal and his target so far away that it's never going to be achieved because of the first task is going to be so impossible, if that makes sense. But yeah, man, the guy's just chatting shit, basically. Talking about, yeah, I'm going to look to buy a rental property in a few years' time. But first of all, I need to buy my property. I'm thinking, blood, you are miles away from buying your property, let alone a fucking rental. You're just chatting shit, man. Chatting fucking shit. So this person said, what psychological philosophical factors contribute to feeling of being lost in life, and how can individuals navigate this sense of disorientation and find purpose, what they want? Big man, the reason why you feel lost in life is because you're not moving forward. You're not achieving nothing. You need to start achieving things. You need to start setting goals and setting targets and working towards them. Like, what do you want in life? You should want a big mansion. You should want a nice Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something like that. At the moment, you're staying stagnant. You need to start working hard, man. What if you don't know what you want in life and feel lost? Then what? Have no direction. Big man, you should want to drive a nice Ferrari. You should want to have a Lamborghini. You should want to have a 10 out of 10. Yeah. You need to find out what those guys have done to achieve that, and you need to mimic them. Someone said, I'm currently living at home, 18, paying insurance comfortably, whilst having £500 a week still left over. I have a car fully paid for so. Lord, you don't need to speak proper English, man. Saving about £3,000 a month. Should I invest it into an ISA? So you're saving £3,000 a month. I mean, it's up to you if you want to invest in the ISA and that. Maybe if you're going to use that money to buy your first property and that, then yeah. But I mean, I had no ISA and I was able to buy a property and that. So this P. Diddy person said, do you prefer buy, renovate, refinance, or rent? So the BRRR technique or flips. Now I do the BRR technique. To be fair, I only really do the buy, renovate, and rent. properties haven't gone up in value that much. When I say renovate, it's just little light cosmetic stuff I've done with other properties, and I ain't done no proper renovations really, apart from my first flat. It seems like Labour are making it difficult for landlords. What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, they're trying to make it difficult for landlords and that. There's a war that's been going on for centuries, or at least the last 50 years. It's an invisible war between landlords and tenants. Yeah. And you know what? It's not a case of landlords versus tenants. The tenants just don't like landlords. They don't. It's ego. It's all ego. Tenants don't want to pay a landlord for a property. Yeah. Like me and my girl was talking about this, and I was saying that like I feel that like people would rather pay a housing association or a council the same money in rent than pay a private landlord, Mr. Joe Bloggs or Mr. J White, because of their ego. They don't like the fact that someone owns that property. They'd rather pay an organization or pay a housing association or pay a council. Like there's certain men right now, yeah, they would rather, for the same money, same job benefits, same job description, they would rather work for Haringey Council and get paid 40 grand a year rather than work for John Smith and get paid 40 grand a year. Exactly the same job role, everything. It's because they don't want to have a boss. Like when you work for Haringey Council, you don't feel like you have a real boss. You have a manager that has a manager that has a manager that has a manager. There's hierarchy in that. But a lot of men have this ego where they don't want to work for one man. They would rather work for an organization. And the thing is, it's exactly the same pay, but it's their ego. They would rather work for an organization with the same benefits, same pay, same work structure and that, as opposed to work for Mr. Joe Bloggs. So these tenants, they would rather pay their money to an organization, housing association or council, or a bank, because I heard that maybe banks might start buying properties and renting them out and that. They would rather pay to a bank the same amount of money in rent rather than pay to Mr. Knight or Mr. Smith or Mr. Patel because of their ego. Man like Jerry Manning, one of the original live stream viewers from when I was doing the live stream sitting in the kitchen during lockdown, them 4-hour blood clot live streams. When dating a girl and she has kids that are not yours, how many kids would you say is a red flag? 3, 4, 7? Well, I mean 7. That's I mean, you shouldn't even have bothered write down that number 7. Right? I mean, me personally, no disrespect to no single moms and that, but I won't be dating no single mom seriously, because I'm not looking after no next man's child. No. I mean, the only way I could ever take on a single mom, yeah, is if the baby dad is not in the picture. He needs to be in jail for murder for 25 years or dead. So that's the only time I probably would take a girl seriously. Like, I mean, am I gonna raise someone else's child? I don't know. But I ain't in that position, so I don't even need to think like that. A man asks how to overcome nervousness, or how to overcome nervous when approaching women. Legs go like jelly and feel weak. You just got to keep playing the numbers game and keep approaching women until, you know what I'm saying, you're immune to it. And that the greatest thing is as well, you walk past hundreds of girls every day. So you've got plenty of practice opportunities and that. Like, it's not like you're going up against Mike Tyson, like, oh, I want to practice against Mike Tyson. I want to become immune to his punches and that. I mean, you only probably got one opportunity before he kills you. Yes, you ain't going to get much practice. You'll step in the ring, and I don't know, a couple of weeks later, you'll wake up in a coma. So, yeah, if you're nervous approaching women and that, The only way to overcome it is to keep approaching women. What ethnicity is your girl? She's half Arab, half Eastern European. Oh yeah, she's just joined the, well, she joined the stream. I don't know when, but yeah. What age did you buy a home? I was 24 when I bought my first home. Obviously, this is in Northampton, and the house price is them is cheap. I bought it for 136,000. Do you only what materialistic things? I think someone said. I think it's supposed to say want. What else is there to want apart from good health and materialistic things? Obviously, health is important in that. I was even talking about this in a video earlier today. I think it's on this account, JY's TV. And what annoys me is I used to see these dumb videos, like little 1 minute YouTube short or Instagram or TikTok. And the man will go on a podcast and be talking about, I don't know, whatever he's talking about. It's always these Americans and that. And someone will clip the video and make a motivational video out of it. And man will be just talking some shit. Forget money, forget cars, forget clothes, forget jewelry and that. It's all about building connections with people, family, friends. That's the most important thing. I want to share love. I want to spread my love and that. Shut the fuck up, man, about all this airy-fairy bullshit. I'm trying to be spiritually wealthy. I'm trying to be spiritually rich. Health is the best health is wealth and that. Shut up, man. I hate that airy-fairy bullshit. And girls will come underneath the comment section and be like, yeah, man, that's the mentality in that. This is what well, shut up, man. I don't want to hear bullshit pop up on my feed and that. Like that's some sort of motivation bullshit. Some airy-fairy crap talking about forget money, forget clothes, forget cars and that. It's all about building good connections with people and that. Family, friends. That's the real wealth is having family and friends that love you. Shut up, man. Shut up. Shut up. You will see when you start making moves in life and you start advancing in that and you're climbing the ladder and that, you see your friends and family will disappear on you overnight like you've done something wrong. Obviously, health is the most important thing. Fuck being rich, yeah? If you got some life-threatening disease, yeah, fuck that. Yeah, health is the most important thing. That comes first. But other than that, money, blood. Money. Fuck connections with people. Fuck love, yeah? Money. Health first, yeah? Money, and then somewhere along the line, maybe love, yeah? You know, I give a fuck about building connections with people. Some bitch-ass mentality. A man's only saying forget money, forget cars, forget clothes, forget jewelry and that. And don't get it twisted. I don't care about clothes, I don't care about cars, and I don't care about jewelry and that. But a man's saying forget all that stuff because he has none of that stuff. Yeah? And the gallon that come in the comment section and that are like, yeah, because they're broke. They're broke. They're broke. And then these girls will go on and champion these guys, you know, and support. Like, it's funny. It's like I was saying in that video, I've noticed, like, I've seen guys, yeah, like there's this black brother. He talks about mortgages, property and that all the time. Yeah, he's always doing live streams about property and that. You never see no girls in his live stream talking about, oh, well done, man. You're doing so well for yourself and that. Yeah, this is a successful black man. Yeah, but then you will have some waste man. Like the title of his fucking live stream will be Father of Three, and he'll be talking about, yeah, I've just got on, I'm on the right path now. I'm just trying to do right by my children and that. And these girls are coming underneath the comment section or in the live stream talk about, yeah, man, big up yourself and that. You're doing well. And I'm thinking, why are you bigging up some waste, man, when there's another guy talking about business, giving out business advice and that? Why is he not getting no support from the gal and that, but you're giving support to some waste man that works as a delivery driver? Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense whatsoever. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll talk about that in a sec. Yeah, my girl said to remind her to speak about the children in Afghanistan and that. I'll talk about that in a sec. Remind me in about 5 minutes if I don't start talking about it. But I'm coming off this live stream at 11 o'clock. What to do in your 20s? I mean, if you don't have a skill or a trade or an education, you need to get yourself a skill or trade or education. When you get that skill or trade or education and that, you need to go self-employed and maximize the amount of hours and money you can earn. So maximize the amount of hours you can work so that you can maximize the money that you can earn. And centre football, you know, how much is that worth? Big up for the football. Is it Furby or something like that? Man asks, what religion are you? Guess what religion I am. Man like double C, hashtag MH. What, you from Manor House, yeah? When you're old and grey, man, you're gonna feel real lonely if you don't take care of those relationships and that. Blood, I'll have my children. I'll have my children. Oh, MH, most hated. Someone guess my religion. But the reason why I don't care about like building relationships and having lots of friends and this bullshit and that, it's because I know what people are like. People get red-eyed. Yeah, when you're doing well, they just want to hate on you, blood. So that's why I don't give a fuck about having friends and building these connections and these relationships and that. Big up man like Quincy. One of the original, yeah? The original live stream viewers. Like I said, big up man like Jerry Manning and Dosa David. I big up man like Xavier as well. Yeah? I see Xavier here. And the original viewers, yeah, from when I was doing the live streams in the kitchen back during lockdown. So yeah, I'm not religious. So yeah, atheist, yeah. Yeah, friends come and go. A lot of you people think that these people are your friends, and they're really not. They're not. Let me tell you something. If you have a friend that talks about their friend behind their back, well, what the fuck do you think they're doing to you behind your back? If you got a friend that talks about their friend's deepest, darkest secrets and that, they tell you, what the fuck do you think they're going to do behind your back? I remember one time, yeah. So obviously, man used to have circle of friends. I mean, hey, no homo, you know what I mean? Not no fucking. This ain't no playground shit, but you know, you have like your social circle, your friend circle. So you know how it goes. Man part ways. It will be a little dumb argument and that. I'm trying to say. So anyway, boom. So I got back in touch with one man, yeah, chatting and that, and I'm saying like, yo, you know, like, yeah, you should. I'm saying to both of them like, yo, you should contact him, and then the other guy, I'm saying you should contact him in it. Yeah, don't be stubborn and that. So anyway, the man they must have got back in contact and that, but it weren't the same no more. But anyway, so when the two man them got back in contact, obviously they're chatting on the phone just like normal and that, like, you know, and one of the man them must have said to, so obviously in conversation it came up. One of my guys must have said to the other guy, like, yo, I ain't beat for 3 years. So a man's been on a 3-year drought, yeah, 36 months, yeah, probably more. So a man's been on a drought for 3 years. So anyway, that was told to the other person. I didn't know about this. I don't care. So anyway, a man's phoned me up and said, yo, I got back in contact with my man, yeah? So So I'm like, okay, that's good. Cool. Boom. So anyway, a man's like, oh, I want to say something, you know, but I shouldn't say it. So I didn't say nothing. I didn't ask. I didn't say, oh, what is it? What is it? I didn't say nothing. So anyway, 10, 15 minutes later, the conversation has been changed, yeah, in that time. 10, 15 minutes later, fuck it, I'm going to tell you anyway. Don't say nothing, you know. But my man said to me, he didn't beat for 3 years, you know. I'm thinking, bro, what's wrong with this youth, fam? Like, why are you gossiping? Why are you telling me that? You're telling man a deep, dark secret and that. Like, this is one of my people as well. But if he hasn't told me, then he doesn't want me to know. Why do you feel obligated? Why are you feel like you've been held back by some change? You need to bust out and let this thing, yeah? What's the matter with you, man? So I thought to myself, well, if a man's telling me that, if I tell him a deep, dark secret, well, of course he's going to go and tell other people that because he don't know how to keep his fucking mouth shut. People love gossiping. Is it possible to play catch up if you're 23? Of course. Of course, it's easy to play catch up and that. Listen, there's people who are 35, 40 years old who have got less money than a fucking 20-year-old and that. Yeah, or 25-year-old. Of course, it's easy to play catch up. There's no competition. Everyone's about 10 years behind. Yeah. Fucking 35-year-old man ain't got 2 pence to rub together. I say, what football club do you support? I don't support football. In the last 5 years, in the last 10 years, the only football match I watched was the England game 2-3 weeks ago. We got a man like Furbio for the Rose. All right, let me talk about that Afghan thing before I go, because I'm coming off in 10 minutes, like no joke. I ain't ate my dinner yet. So a lot of people, yeah. So a lot of people claim that they've got problems. I'm saying you ain't got problems. All this depression shit, you're inflating nonsense. You ain't got no fucking problems. You need a fucking slap. There's nothing wrong with you. Everybody from time to time might feel a little bit down. I'm not going to include myself in feeling like shit because I don't, but some people might feel like, oh, you know, whatever in it. But that's just because they haven't put in the work to make their life good. Yeah. So I don't feel like that. But I can understand that a lot of people from time to time feel down and that. But a lot of people confuse feeling down with, oh, I've got depression and that. There's nothing fucking wrong with you. I challenge all these people that have depression, yeah? I want you to sit in front of some child in Africa or some child in Afghanistan that their house has been blown to smithereens. They've seen their mum or dad, yeah, been butchered up. They've seen their mum get violated. Their older brother or their younger siblings got their head off, yeah? I want you to sit in front of these people, these children, and tell them about your depression. Tell them about your back pain. Tell them about your stupid ass PTSD nonsense and that. Tell them about your ADHD. You ain't got no fucking problems. You need a fucking slap. That's what you need. You ain't got no problems. Only in countries like England, where things are good, where we have social welfare and that, that's where people have all these dumb problems. It's bullshit. You don't know problems. There's kids in the Congo right now that have seen their mum get violated in front of their dad, in front of their brother. You don't know problems. Now, I'm not saying that, look, there's some people that have had bad things happen to them in that. But a lot of these people that are claiming that they got depression and that, brother, you ain't had no bad things happen to you. You've not been rushed. You've not been stabbed. Yeah? You've not been shot at. None of those. Now, I ain't been shot at, but I've been rushed. I've been stabbed plenty of times. I've lost fights and that. And I don't have no fucking depression. Yeah? Don't tell me about you got depression and nothing bad's happened to you. You're just lazy. That's it. You're just a bitch. That's it. You don't know problems. People will use any excuse. You lot seen that video that I posted up on JY's TV 3.0? Go check it out. The easiest way to find it is go to most popular, and it's one of the most popular videos, obviously. And there's one chick, yeah? She's got 5 kids by 5 baby dads, yeah? And she's like, oh, my back pain is the reason why I can't clean the house and that. You know what? Yeah, big up to the gal in the comment section. They said the reason why you got back pain is because you're always constantly lying on it, if you understand what they're trying to say. She's using the fact that she's got back pain as to why she has a dirty house. No, you're too fucking lazy. How the fuck can you not bend over and clean your house? So hold on a minute. You can put your trainers on. You can pick up the remote from the floor. You can do all this stuff, but you can't clean your house. So how do you go into any cupboards and get pots and pans out then? How do you put on trainers if you've got this severe back pain? It's just an excuse. And you know what? Let's say you do have back pain. Get your fucking 5 pitney them to clean the Rasclat house for you. So hold on a minute. Your children can mess up the house, but they don't know. So they can pick up things and put them in the wrong place. So why can't they pick up things and put them in the right place? Yeah, you don't know how to manage your children. My child, I don't need to hire a cleaner, you know. When I have a son or a daughter, when they get of age, they will be the cleaner. Trust me. They will be the cleaner. They're talking about sending the kids, the boys to the army when they're 18. Oh, my son will be in the army from when he's 10. The army of JYs. Yeah. Motherfucker will wish you weren't born. But yeah, no, kids need to be given chores and that. Yeah. Start by cleaning their room. My son or my daughter, their room will always be clean. I'll make sure of that. This Julian per se, pretty flamingo shooting your shot. What's your timestamps for kids? Like, what age do you expect them to work, finish studying and that? I put it this way, yeah. I'm gonna answer this question I'm gonna answer this question in this way. So, like, my children, my son or my daughter, they will be able to live at home for free. Yeah? They don't need to pay me any money. You know, like some parents make their kids give them £200 or £500. My son or my daughter won't need to do any of that bullshit. Do you know why? Because it's either they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, i.e. working and or studying, or else I will kick them out. I don't need any money from my children. They will pay me by doing what they're supposed to do. So by 18, you know, you should be studying or whatever and that, and you should be doing what you're supposed to do. So there's no physical time. The timestamp is you're supposed to be doing what you're supposed to be doing at that age. Yeah. So you should be working at 25. You shouldn't be studying at 25 because you should have been studying by the time you was 18, 20, 21 years old. So you're supposed to be doing everything on time. Yeah. So let's say the timeline for people is, oh, you're supposed to be studying at 18. Well, they will be studying at 18 or else they won't be living in my house. It's as simple as that. So that's the time stamp. What if you're not good at maths and you find it hard to study? Even if you suffer from dyslexia. If you suffer from dyslexia, unfortunately, you have to work harder, my friend. That's it. That's it. Maybe if the dyslexia is fucking you up that much, that it's affecting your maths and that, well, then you have to find a job or study something that doesn't involve that much maths. But unfortunately, like, I believe things like dyslexia and that, I believe you can overcome these things. Yeah. It's just my opinion. I think a lot of these conditions, ADHD, I think you can overcome these things with willpower. The problem is you've labeled yourself, so that's what you are going to be for the rest of your life. You're going to be dyslexic. Even like this bullshit, Tourette's. I knocked at a guy's house not too long ago and he was going crazy with Tourette's, swearing and that. Yeah. And I came home and I said to my girl, I think this Tourette's thing is kind of made up a little bit. You know? And the reason for this is, why is it if people have Tourette's, why is it they only swear and use curse words? Why is it people that have Tourette's, they have a compulsion to say things? Why don't they say nice things as well? Yeah? Maybe I'm a madman for thinking this, but I'm not. Why is it, if you have Tourette's, why is it you have a compulsion to swear and curse? Why don't you have a compulsion to tell people how pretty they are? Why don't you have a compulsion to tell people how much you love them or how much of a nice person they are? Why is it you swear? Like, I can understand if you have a Tourette's and you click and you tick and that's different. Yeah? But why is it you have a compulsion to swear? I think they're playing into this bullshit. When have you heard of someone in Africa or India have Tourette's? It's fucking made up, blood. This is some Western bullshit again. Yeah? Just like ADHD. I've never heard of anyone in Africa or Afghanistan or fucking India with Tourette's or China with Tourette's. It's only in England and America people have Tourette's. Funny that, isn't it? It's bullshit. Why don't these people that have Tourette's, why don't they compulsively compliment people? Oh, that's a nice car. Oh, you're so lovely. Oh, I love you. Can you be my friend? Why don't they talk like that? Why is it curse words? Because they're playing into this bullshit. It's fucking bullshit, just like ADHD. Big up man like Andrew Tate. This is one of the best analogies he gave, yeah? So, he said that he was watching TV with one of his ex-girlfriends and that years ago. And he was talking about ADHD and OCD and that. And he said that there was this kid on TV called Timmy. And he said that the parents said when he walks down the stairs, he has to take 2 steps down on the right, 2 steps down on the left, and then jump down 2 steps, and then take 1 step up, and then go down 2 steps. Yeah? If not, then if he's in a car ride home, going home back from the mall, he would get angry and start cursing, and the parents have to take him back to the mall to complete his sort of algorithm, the way he goes down the steps and that. He said to the girl, "This is fake," while watching this TV program. And the girl said, "How do you know it's fake?" He said, "When have you seen a child in Africa walk 10 miles that way for water and 10 miles back for water, but then have to go and repeat the process because they missed a step?" He said, "It's fucking fake." And he's right. When have you seen a child in Africa walk 10 miles that way for water and walk 10 miles the other way for water, but repeat the process because they missed 2 steps? It's fake. They're making it up. This Tourette's thing is bullshit as well. Man are just playing up. Man are acting up. Never met someone with Tourette's. Like, if you're compulsively shouting and screaming, that's different. But why is it only curse words and that? Why is it the brain decides, I'm only going to swear at people and curse people and that? Why don't they compliment people? And okay, if people use F words and whatnot, and that in the English language and that, well, if people are speaking Polish or Urdu or Farsi, does it exist in those languages as well? Does it exist in Punjabi? No, it fucking don't, blood. It's bullshit. It's more Western bullshit. You will never come across a man who speaks Punjabi, Urdu, Farsi, Polish, fucking German with fucking Tourette's. It's bullshit. I'm coming off in 1 minute. I said it's me, it's Hamza. You see? He said it's true. You never heard no one in Urdu with Tourette's. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. When have you heard an Arab man with Tourette's? Never. When have you heard a man that speaks Hindi with Tourette's? Never. Or Gujarati? Never. It's bullshit, man. It's just dumb jackasses in this country want to act up and act like they've got a condition. It's the way that they claim to be an individual. Oh, no one understands me because I've got Tourette's. Oh, I've got ADHD and that. And my girl said something so smart. Yeah. She said that the reason why a lot of parents probably claiming that their children have ADHD is so that they can absolve their children's bad behavior. My child is a fucking nightmare. He swears, he jumps up and down, he shouts at people, he throws tables, he wants to fight everyone, but he's got ADHD. So it's all right. And now I'm hearing that parents can claim money because their children got ADHD. Told you already in that video, I had a family member who had a child at age 6 that was acting up. The parent tried to get the child diagnosed with ADHD. It didn't happen for whatever reason. Years later, the child is just normal. Yeah, maybe a little back chat and that. All children give back chat and that. Not my child. I slapped him in his face. God, no. I'm joking. Let me just put it out there. I won't beat my children and that. Yeah. Anyway, the child is pretty much normal here for the next 6-7 years and that. Child's like 13. The parent went out of their way to get the child fucking diagnosed with ADHD. Why? If you had a crazy cold or crazy cough a year ago, if for 12 months you've been perfectly fine, why are you going to go to the doctor to find out what happened 12 months ago? You're just going to move on with your life. And if it does come back, okay, fine. Then you go and deal with it. Right, coming off in 1 minute. I say, bro, on TikTok, you can say what you want, loud TikTok. Sorry, man. I said, bro, on YouTube, you can say what you want, loud TikTok. Yeah. Yeah, like you see things I'm saying, certain things I'm saying now, I'm not cutting that up, yeah, and then putting that on TikTok. No, because it would just get banned. TikTok banned one of my videos because I was riding a motorbike. I weren't popping wheelies, I'm just riding a motorbike. They banned the video. But please, if any of you lot think I'm lying in that, yeah, because I don't know if Tourette's exist in these other languages. I'm saying I don't think they do. I think it's bullshit. Now, is there some weirdo that speaks another language that screams and does weird stuff? Of course. What I'm saying is Tourette's, a compulsion to swear at people and curse people, bullshit. Funny enough, yeah, you see that guy's house I went to that I said the other day, he was swearing at me. So basically what happened was, yeah, I phoned up this guy, yeah, to tell him that I'm the electrician and that. And I heard him say, fuck off, or whatever, innit? I thought he was talking to a dog. So he said, piss off, fuck off. I'm like, what? So anyway, he's like, sorry, I've got Tourette's and that. I was like, it's cool. So I'm talking to him, then he's compulsively just swearing. Yeah, cool. So he's like, I think you should send someone else and that to come and do the test. I'm like, so anyway, I've gone to this guy's yard and that. Yeah, it's flat. Knocked on the door. And he comes to the door. I could see in his eyes he was a bit mad. He starts shouting. He's banging on the door saying, Mom, and just the guy is like 55, 60 years old. He's swearing, shouting and swearing and that. He's like, sorry, I can't let you in my house. I might involuntarily hit you and that. So I'm thinking, so anyway, so I left, yeah, because the guy wouldn't let me in the flat. So anyway, so I left. And when he was standing at the door, this guy was not in his pajamas, not in a tracksuit, not even in a pair of jeans. He was in work clothes. Now, I didn't pre his uniform, but he had a polo shirt on and combat trousers. And I'm thinking, this Tourette's thing, I know it's made up. Because if a guy has Tourette's and he compulsively swears at people, how the fuck do you hold down the job? Even if you're working in a warehouse and you're just amongst work colleagues and that, the way this guy was going on, he is intolerable. So it just lets me know that, let's say this guy has Tourette's, he's able to turn it on and turn it off. Well, therefore, you're acting up. You're fucking acting up. Because he said, oh, send someone else and that. So what, you're going to involuntarily hit someone else, or you're not going to hit someone else, or you're going to not swear at someone else and that? Why are you turning it on and turning it off? It's fucking made up. It's fucking made up. Like I said, there's some people that have some ticking thing where there's something wrong with them, or they scream compulsively. That's different. But cursing and swearing in that, how the fuck do you hold down a job, but you compulsively swear in that? You're going to be intolerable. No one's going to want to deal with you in that. So you're just going to have to ride the state benefit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Again, find me someone that speaks another language from another country that has Tourette's. Find me someone that speaks Polish, German. Yeah? Find me a man from Azerbaijan, yeah, that has rascal Tourette's. He don't. Yeah, you won't. It's bullshit. It's made up. Only in England, Canada, America, and fucking Australia you will find people with rascal Tourette's. Anyway, I'm done now. I'm logging off in 10 seconds, literally. Nah, I'm not Christian. I'm not Christian. All right, I'm done. Whoops. I don't even know how to log off this thing. Oh, that's it. All right, you man. Save that question for the next live stream, yeah?